they list the All-American All-American with Dehydrating and Preparedness Accessory Package. That's what I got. It includes the All-American oven, a multi-level dehydrating and baking rack set. It's 3 racks and a roll of parchment paper. 2 easy stack pots with interchangeable enamel and glass lids. A multi-fuel water pasteurization indicator, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. 2 loaf pans, so basically bread loaf size pans. And a Sun Oven cookbook with, and that came on a DVD, which is kind of funny. But anyway, and I have no idea where that DVD is now, so I might have to try to order another one. And it ships free within the United States, continental United States. Now, this thing is not cheap. I am not going to lie. It's $400. It's a relatively expensive tool to buy. But once you have it, it takes nothing but a sunny day to operate it. So it's not a really cheap prep, but you got people out there that have 10 freaking guns, which I can't really say a whole lot about that, but you got a bunch of guns and maybe really no way other than burning wood to prepare food with. So this would be a good alternative. And let's roll back to that multi-fuel water pasteurization indicator. This thing is pretty neat because basically it's a little glass vial that you float in the water. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it melts at 150 degrees. And once it melts and you've put water of dubious quality, it's pasteurized. So any pathogens that may be in it, bacteria or Giardia or any of those things, will be dead. The water will be basically sterile. Now, that it won't help with chemicals and things of that nature. Only a good activated charcoal filter or something like a Big Berkey or something like that, or a water filter with activated charcoal to remove chemicals. But, we can only last 3 days without water. So having the ability to pasteurize water is a big deal. A lot of the podcasts that I listen to, they harp on the fact that water. You can go a relatively long time without food. It's going to suck, but you can go a right good long time without food. But you will probably die very quickly, very painfully without water. So it's just an added value to this Sun Oven. So it is bulky, like I said. It's relatively heavy. It weighs about 23 pounds. And I don't know, I'd have to go back and look, but 23 pounds. I don't know if that's just the Sun Oven itself or the Sun Oven and all its accessories. It is a big, bulky. I didn't see any measurements on the website, but on with a quick use of a tape measure, it's about 22.5 square on the top. It stands about 14.25 inch tall, and about in the back, and then 9.25 tall in the rear, in the front rather. And you got to have sun. So, just reading here through my article, the Sun Oven site claims it will reach 400 degrees, but I've never personally seen that kind of temperature, like I stated before. On Saturday, May 18th, 2019, while I was cooking bacon, it was about, I said 95 degrees. It was probably more like 90. There was no cloud cover, and the highest I ever saw it get was 300 degrees. I did have one of the door latches open, so that was letting some of the heat out. So Paul Munson, I've got on my article on my website, Paul Munson's got I've got like a statement from him about, why he does this, what his company is about. But it's, Paul Munson I've been to prepper camp for the past 2 years. That's put on by Rick and Jane Austin, and Mr. Munson has been a fixture there every year, and I hope he continues to go. He's sent out some emails that kind of alluded to that they might be having some financial issues, but I don't know if that was just marketing or what. I don't know, but hopefully I see him at prepper camp. He puts on a good demonstration. He knows his product and he knows what it'll do. So on my article on the website, I posted a video. It was a 2-minute kind of introduction from his point of view. Check out the Sun Oven. I think it's a valuable tool. It's worth having. You don't have to have any fuel, and if you're bugging in or bugging out in a vehicle, it's something to consider having. So, having said all that, I want to cover a couple of things. Let's see. I'm on iTunes, and I believe you can just search for the Dope Farm Podcast. I haven't really tried. I am on iTunes. If you go to my website, it has all the links to iTunes, Spreaker. If you go to Facebook, if you do social media, I have the Dope Farm Podcast in social media on Facebook, and we have a private group there. There's only a few people in there so far, so hopefully we'll gain some momentum there and we can have some good discussions. So anyway, with that, I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank John Jeffers again for being very persistent on getting me to upload my podcast to his site. I really appreciate the opportunity. And I am on, I do have Patreon. Currently don't have any patrons yet, but I'm still early in this. Please go to, if you do go to iTunes, please give me a review, whatever you think is appropriate. Preferably 5 stars, which I actually surprisingly have 1 5-star review already. That was kind of shocking. I don't know whoever the bot man, or I don't know if that's just a computer generated thing or what, but yeah, having said all that, I think that pretty much covers everything. And I'll just end it with God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you, and have a good night.